Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Wednesday, August the 24th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could resonate today. Over the next several days, this reading may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Uranus turns retrograde today. We also have a trine between Venus and Chiron, the wounded healer, and we've got a square, or actually, pardon me, an opposition between the moon and Pluto. So what I felt this morning in the energies was this deep inner turmoil. I had a really hard time getting up and getting out of bed this morning, so kind of running a little bit behind today. So I think get ready for some relationship drama. Uranus is all about change, big changes, and retrograde is all about inner changes. But these inner changes are going to be in response to any major external changes that are taking place. Uranus comes to kind of shake things up, right? Get people unstuck. And so a lot of inner work. And so I feel in the energies today, you might be experiencing some feelings of hopelessness. It felt very dense, very heavy. I think get ready to face any fear-based energies or where you've played into obsessiveness or jealousy tendencies. The energy, I feel, is extremely vulnerable. So you're going to want to pay attention. You're not going to want to be emotionally manipulated in the energies. And we're releasing this domination and controlling energy, right? And so I think get ready to deal with some pushy people who are trying to use some sinister tactics to maybe break down your self-esteem in the energies in order to boost theirs. And I feel get ready for somebody to try and tug on your emotions when it comes to any underlying guilt that is needing to be addressed. And so get ready to deal with any emotional attachments, whether it's with a romantic partner, some family members, some friends. People are likely going to be acting out in the energies today. And if you keep trying to ignore or suppress these intense feelings, you're going to feel like everything is going to be out of control, and you might not be able to handle any reactions when it comes to this interpersonal battle that is kind of taking place. So you're not going to want to react on any strong emotions. You're going to want to avoid trying to control another, because it's just going to lead to more guilt and more shame. And so judgment energy. I was shown like these clouds, these big rain clouds. So I think the energy is going to be heavy. You might find yourself quite possibly experiencing a lot of dramatic mood swings in the energies, or quite possibly find yourself nosediving into a state of depression. So if you feel that heaviness kind of creeping in, do something to shift the energy. You're going to want to maybe go outside, go for a walk, take a shower, anything to get that stuckness to kind of get moving again. And so we are going to talk about Uranus retrograde. So now we have all of the outer planets, all of the generational planets in retrograde, Jupiter all the way down to Pluto. We also have Chiron in retrograde. So there's a lot of internal shifts taking place. We also have Uranus retrograde squaring it up with Venus and Saturn, which is going to create all kinds of instabilities within karmic relationships. You might be struggling with financial matters. Sudden, unexpected changes will be very frustrating, and it's going to increase this uncertainty about the future. And so all of this anticipation, you know, it's been building when it comes to these significant changes needing to be made. I think get ready to initiate change. If you feel like nothing is happening and nothing is moving, retrograde is kind of inducing these internal changes, a shift in our attitudes, a shift in our behaviors, a shift in, you know, our thought processes. And so retrogrades kind of slow everything down. So I think over the coming months, things are going to feel very slow moving when it comes to making these desired changes that we're being asked to make. And so whatever changes we're seeking, it is kind of to get us to step forward into some more personal freedom. And so Get ready for destructive breakdowns. Get ready for relationship breakdowns. The cosmic forces basically are forcing this radical change collectively. And so once we do all of these internal processes, all of this internal work, the external change will be made manifest once Uranus turns direct, okay? And Uranus will turn direct on January 22nd next year. And so I think we've got, you know, from now to the end of the year, going through all of these very difficult changes. The last exact Saturn-Uranus square was back in December of 2021. So those same themes from December 2021 are coming up again to be dealt with during this retrograde season. And so what do you need to apply when it comes to finding stability within all of this instability, right? And so I think there's going to be rising tension, and it's going to be very frustrating to work with. So we're kind of being asked to stay open-minded, to be patient with ourselves, to be flexible in the energies, because there's going to be all kinds of challenges coming up that will be able to be turned into enormous possibilities to rid ourselves once and for all from negativity, restrictions, and limiting behaviors. And so really, this is not the time to resist these changes, because the more you resist, the more this energy is going to persist. And this is not the time to be overreacting. It's basically this step-by-step process when it comes to facing any relationship instabilities. And with Venus squaring it up with Uranus, it's going to be the ultimate test when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to unexpected urges or events, increasing this need for freedom. And I think get ready for your patience to be tested, especially if you or your partner has some wandering eyes. And so this can be a very attracting and exciting time, especially if you're single. You don't want to take a risk when it comes to meeting somebody you know absolutely nothing about, though. And so get ready to deal with where you've lacked self-control, especially with your finances, because Venus rules money and love. So beware of impulsively buying things or spending money on unnecessary items, because there's going to be a lot of instability financially during this retrograde, and there might be all kinds of unforeseen circumstances that will create this sudden instability, whether it be a job loss or, you know, something that is going to completely disrupt your life when it comes to these changing circumstances. So we've got all of these retrograde planets, okay? And so this really is big energy. We got Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde. And so when we have 5 or more planets in a retrograde at the same time, everything is going to slow right down, right? The world is going to slow right down. And so a lot of this is done in the invisible spiritual realms, right? And so you might find yourself feeling like you're living in an entirely different dimension. And I'm going to do a video about the dimensions. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It might feel like you're coming from another planet or an entire different reality. And so during retrogrades, many of us go into this hermit energy, right? This deep state of isolation, because we're coming into this fact that we're different, right? We've always been different. And so I feel it's going to be very difficult for people to understand each other as we go through this internal transformation. So it's going to really feel like a lot of bad things are happening in the world. You might be noticing more violence, more psychological abuse, more accidents. I know suicides. I've been scrolling Facebook, and there's been a lot of suicides lately, death energy, because of the psychological warfare on the spiritual journey. And not everybody has the strength to reach a place of compassion for self when it comes to this transformative process. And so everything is slowing down. Everything is going to feel like a blockage, and this is really to get us to develop internally and to step into spiritual maturity, right? And so we're all being asked to find our own reassurance within ourselves first, to stop seeking externally. And so it's a very karmic energy. This retrograde motion is what I'm feeling. And so we're going to feel different. We're going to be feeling cut off from others. And all of this is due to resolution with these past life timelines. So some big energies, guys. Today's just the beginning. So you might be dealing with having to call out traitors, like, you know, feeling like you've been betrayed, and banishing, you know, these people out of your community structure. So there's going to be a lot of erratic behavior over the coming months, a lot of unreliability, which will create all kinds of problems. And all of this is due to the many incarnations where this has been a negative, repetitive issue. And so relationship issues are going to keep reinforcing these challenges until you find that inner balance. So things are going to be very upsetting. And with Chiron making a trine to Venus while Uranus turns retrograde, it's not really a super positive transit, but rather I feel this easy energy flow between the wounded healer and the feminine energy. And so it's kind of like a soft transit. We're not really going to notice it with all of these other things going on. But it's like this undercurrent energy in order to deal with these inner wounds without creating too much friction. So if you feel like you have to tiptoe around somebody, I think there's a need to maybe readdress, is that in alignment with your higher frequencies. So I pulled a couple of different decks today, guys. I am going to start off today by using the Energy Oracle deck, and I also pulled the Energy Oracle deck. I also pulled the Soul's Journey deck. I was scrolling Facebook yesterday, and a good friend of mine in the UK made a post asking, should I pick the Soul's Journey deck or should I buy the Magical Unicorns deck? And I said, honestly, for personal growth, the Soul's Journey deck is wonderful. I do love my Unicorn deck as well, but for some reason I was drawn to the Soul's Journey deck today. So let's see what needs to come through. Wow, we get the Jesus energy, healer of the ages. It is a 6. So Christ consciousness, right? Living a life of compassion. Many of us are healers on the spiritual journey, and so many of us have the ability to tap into these Christ code activations that have been coming in. And what is it that you need to walk away from? Walking away. Maybe walking away from the drama, walking away from a toxic relationship, and stepping into the healing journey. So get prepared to walk away from something, or for somebody to walk away from you, because we're stepping into our personal heaven on earth, right? Our personal cornucopia. Harvest energy. You think fall energy, that's the time of harvest around here, right? Where all of the farmers are taking their crops off of the fields and they're reaping their harvest from their hard work. So this could also mean a harvest energy for somebody, something coming full circle. And look at that, the angel of balance. So that's reaching that non-duality, that non-polarity point. And so Libra energy. I also feel a lot of ancient Egyptian timelines are coming up for some past life resolution as well. So let's see what needs to come through with the Energy Oracle deck today. We're going to get 3 cards. The first chakra. Interesting. I was going to mention that. I've been getting some tings, some pains between the base chakra and the sacral chakra this morning. So a lot of lower chakra clearing is taking place. So the first chakra, the base chakra, is where the coiled snake energy resides, right? And that is where we deal with our security fears, our financial fears. And I asked for 3 and we get a whole pile. So get ready to deal with some hostilities. Okay, and when we are living in survival mood, we're definitely not thriving and we're not living our best lives. So there's some underlying hostilities, which will likely lead to some action being taken. But I think you're going to want to be careful. Somebody here is deceiving somebody. There's going to be some hostilities due to some deception. I'm being shown the Seven of Swords. So get ready for some exposure when it comes to some theft, some abuse, manipulation, cheating, lying. But this is really going to get somebody to face these challenges. It's feeling very challenging when it comes to taking action. So this is the doorway to value. You know, we have to release all of those security fears to open up the doorway to value. The universe truly is limitless, right? And so action is feeling kind of like the Chariot, right? Cancer energy. Balancing our emotions, integrating the shadow and the light aspects. And then we get a man holding a coin. So there could be somebody that's been stashing money away, preparing to journey somewhere new. We get the journey card. Crossing the threshold is what I just heard. And we get the third eye activation. And then we get the man holding a heart with a woman holding a heart. So it's feeling like a king and queen of cups, right? A true pair. So somebody is being shown exactly where it is they need to head to with the sixth chakra, third eye chakra. Visions, spiritual visions as to where it is they need to journey to. So this could mean a love offer coming in. And I feel a deep spiritual connection here where maybe the both of you have had your hearts ripped out of your chest. You're both kind of holding your heart outside of yourself. So I think two people here that have gone through some intense heartbreaks. Both a little afraid to give their heart away. But both have a lot of love for one another, is what I'm feeling. And this is a connection that will open up the doorway to personal happiness and healing. And so, yes, I do feel somebody has been dealing with some financial constraints, struggling financially, quite possibly in a contract, you know, that's run dry. The well has runneth dry is what I just heard. And so these financial constraints are creating some friction, some hostilities here, because I do feel there's been a creative block, a block in the heart. That's so interesting. And these sacral chakra blockages and heart chakra blockages will have to be cleared before action can be taken. So I feel a man coming in with an offer. Maybe this could even mean like an unexpected windfall. Maybe there's a man here waiting for a settlement of some sort or a windfall before taking swift action and journeying towards a woman that I do feel has his heart. So I feel somebody's working very closely with the Ascended Masters and the Archangels, being guided towards cornucopia. Very interesting. And then we get the woman holding a coin. So this is a connection, I feel, where there is a lot of love. Two people that are going to be willing to work very hard to build a solid foundation. And there is a need for some healing to take place is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's dig a little bit deeper into the soul journey oracle messages. Denial. I feel somebody here has been patiently waiting for somebody to accept something. So there is definitely something playing out according to divine order, according to divine will. And I feel somebody here is needing to face where they have been in denial of a spiritual connection. I feel somebody's been lying, denying a connection due to the fact that there's fear. And I think there's going to be a lot of insights coming forward when it comes to some awareness being gained as to which direction to go towards. So let's clarify these hostilities. What are these hostilities about? Get one more, please. Okay, some lies here. Yeah. Somebody's not been honest. Look it. Okay, so there's going to be some exposure when it comes to some dishonesty, I feel, and it's going to create a shakeup. Maybe a breakdown of a false connection where there's just no more love there. There's been a block to abundance. There's a connection, I feel, coming to a close because there's no growth. There's no change taking place, and it's been a block to love. And so, you know, we can never, ever expect the truth from somebody else, but we have to get honest with ourselves. So somebody's been living in a place of self-denial, getting rigorously honest with themselves about what it is they want to manifest into their physical reality. And so growth and abundance is here for the taking. But this will require an expanded consciousness, an expansion of your personal awareness, and a commitment to practice unconditional love, right? And so when we see the good in everything, even in our failures, and, you know, a failure or an ending is just an opportunity to learn, and we all make mistakes. So I think somebody's trying to find the lighter side of a challenging situation. But let's look into this connection coming together. So envy. Maybe envy's been a block. Maybe this man trying to come in with an offer has been hindered by some challenges dealing with a very jealous, possessive, envious person. I only see the true pair here, so I'm not sure what the block is for sure. But I feel envy, jealousy, and we need to understand we all face our own unique challenges on the spiritual journey, and we are the same as everybody else. We are all human, living in this human existence, right? And so happiness really does have to be a choice. And when you are living a life in alignment and you're happy, then you know you're on the right path and you know you're in the flow. And so I feel somebody's finding their strength and their courage to go after what is going to bring them happiness. So a lot of inner strength being restored to face these fears with confidence. And I feel maybe there might be fear of rejection, but I feel somebody wants to come forward and offer a commitment, and they're learning a big lesson about discipline and surrender. So let's see what else needs to come through with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck today. Guidance from Spirit. So yeah, somebody's really in a very tough, hostile situation. And I feel they've not really been nurturing themselves. They've really not been making some healthy choices. And there's going to be a paradigm shift because somebody is really needing to nourish themselves and to honor the sacredness of the spiritual journey. And so I feel the signs and the syncs have been really cautioning somebody to master a karmic lesson once and for all. I feel resistance to learning a karmic lesson. And Spirit's been saying, hey, it's time to rejuvenate. It's time to connect with other like-minded souls on the journey. And so there's been resistance to this pivot. There's definitely been resistance to making a very important decision because I think it's going to have a substantial impact on maybe many people. But a fork in the road, and I feel the decision is being ripped away from somebody because there's definitely a karmic experience playing out when it comes to resolution with these past life experiences. And I feel somebody's wanting to ignore the signs. The universe has been communicating with somebody when it comes to mastering a lesson, stepping into growth, no matter how painful this lesson is. I feel it's a very unhealthy pattern. And I feel there's definitely going to be a relationship paradigm in the energy. So get ready to face a big, big challenge. Get ready to face a challenge. Get ready to be tested. The energies are quite intense. So we're going to just get 3 more oracle messages, and then we're going to jump in with the tarot, guys. We're going to get 3 messages from the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck when it comes to this karmic lesson. So what else can you tell me about this karmic lesson? The Ascendant, the 5th house of passion, and the asteroid series. I hope I'm saying that right. So definitely a karmic cycle winding to completion. And I feel somebody getting ready to take a risk, to go towards something that brings them passion. And relationship is in focus. So a deep spiritual partnership. I feel somebody is ascending a lot of this karma. I feel somebody is tapping into their spiritual muse. And definitely wanting to come in and nurture a fated connection. So I do feel get ready for somebody to take action. The Mars energy. To take action. And I think somebody is willing to face any opposition or confrontations they're going to need to face when it comes to reaching their beloved counterparts. So definitely a spiritual union at play. So I am going to use the Transient Light Tarot deck today. I've only used it a couple times. I really like the deck, but the cards are super stiff. So we're going to do a 9-card spread with the tarot, guys. And we're going to see what other messages need to come through. The World reverse. There's that resistance to learning a lesson. The Crown of Swords reverse. So definitely dealing with a liar here. Some deception. Somebody's not being honest. Somebody's not being truthful. And then we get the Apprentice of Wands reversed, about a situation that I feel there's no longer passion left. There's going to be some upsetting news, I feel. A message you don't see coming. And I feel somebody's not wanting to bring a karmic lesson full circle because they're afraid of going into the depths of the ending. And that's the truth. The Apprentice of Swords. So it's kind of time to learn something new. The Apprentice, you think learning all you can, right? So this might be a time of study. The Magician sheds the old to bring in the new. But in order to shed the old, we do have to go into the depths of the hurt, right? We do have to allow something to come full circle and completely die away. And we have to be willing to move on from the pain. And so this could go either way, right? We get the 3 of Wands reversed. So that's the energy of the rug getting pulled out from under somebody, because the time is now to take action to break free from an enslaved situation with the 8 of Swords reversed. So this could also be breaking free from some negative mindsets, program belief, right? Patterns. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Swords in reversed with the 4 of Coins and the Champion of Coins reversed. So I feel stress, I feel anxiety, I feel somebody knows that some truth is going to be exposed and they're worried. They've been holding on, holding all of their coins together, miser type energy. And I feel there's been likely a disloyalty here, the Champion of Coins. So I'm going to say that's going to be like the Knight of Coins in reverse, not really invested in a situation, maybe worried about releasing a situation they're really not invested in building a foundation with. The Knight of Coins reverse can appear to be stable, grounded, and committed, but really don't got a pot to piss and really doesn't have anything to offer. But yet holding on. And I feel lying about a situation, lying about some passion that's no longer there. There's no more passion there with the Apprentice of Wands in reverse, and I feel there's going to be an announcement made. An announcement. I feel maybe some harsh communication, some very aggressive communication. The King of Swords in reverse can be very cold, very detached, can, use their words as a form of manipulation, could be narcissistic, could also be, somebody that withholds communication as a form of control, ghosting. And there is a need to address some past hurt here with the 3 of Swords reversed. There's a need to look at this, and somebody's not wanted to open up the book and look at this. I feel somebody in the past was a manipulator of some sort, and somebody's breaking free from an illusion. The 8 of Swords reversed, breaking free. Breaking free from a very stressful, challenging situation. Moving on. I'm packing up and I'm moving on. And I think this is going to be forced change with the 3 of Wands in reverse. So I think get ready to defend yourself. Let's take a look at the World reversed. So you could be dealing with a Leo, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, or a Taurus, but I feel looking right into the problem. Crossroads, right? Untangling a situation. Look at that. 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Wheel reverse. So get ready to face some challenges. I feel somebody's been keeping the foot stuck in the wheel. There's something that needs to get untangled here. I feel there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of blockages, feeling like everything's coming to a dead stop. Somebody, I feel, is afraid to take a risk here with the dice on the card. Definitely creating their own blocks with the 2 of Swords. I feel somebody's been, living in a cycle with the rose-colored glasses on. And this could be, you know, a shakeup, total financial ruin. You know, we take risks. We take many risks. And sometimes we go down the wrong path. But I feel twos are all about partnerships, decisions, crossroads. And I feel somebody's quite possibly chosen a new path and they've not really, you know, talked about it. And I feel the time is now for action. So I think something is definitely being illuminated when it comes to a foundation, you know, that's just not working. The Four of Wands reversed, the Sun card. You know, this is two people no longer on the same page. The party's over, canceled engagement, divorce proceedings. And I feel somebody's not wanted to go into this hurt. So let's take a look at the Apprentice of Swords, because this is all about, you know, opening our eyes and learning something new. The Ten of Cups. The Keeper of Vessels, the Queen of Cups. And the Revealer reversed, the High Priestess reversed. So get ready for some secrets to be revealed. We have the Champion of Swords. Somebody's coming in very quickly, I feel, with a love offer to this Queen of Cups. This is their happily ever after. I feel somebody is getting ready to send a message, and they're coming in fast. They're coming in very fast. I feel somebody's hidden their emotions on their heart for a long time. I think that's what the lie's been about, these emotions on the heart for somebody that I feel they've got a lot of love for, that holds the key to their heart. That is their wish fulfillment. And I feel in the past there was an imbalance. Maybe this King of Swords was giving to more than one. We've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody wants to come in and heal a connection. I feel they were not listening to their higher guidance. We got the Hierophant or the Proclaimer, the Hermit reverse. They were not willing to go within and learn this lesson. They were lying to themselves. They were entrapped in an illusion of their own making with the moon, playing into fear, ego-based energy, and everything in their life is coming to a dead stop with the Chariot reversed in order to get them to shift their perception. I feel somebody's on a sinking ship, needing to reach out for some help. I feel somebody here has been playing into addictions, which has been skewing somebody's better judgment. And wherever they've been at, there's no victory, there's no success. I feel in some dark, depressive, dark night of the soul energy, and what they really need is some nurturing from this Empress energy. It's like the pearl at the bottom of the ocean, right? Finding that needle in a haystack, and I feel there's definitely going to be a tower. Get ready for an unexpected arrival. Get ready for an unexpected message, because somebody's breaking free from an enslavement. So let's take a look at this Eight of Swords in reversed. And they're coming in for a beloved connection. Yeah, we get the Star reversed, the Six of Wands reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, breaking free from a loveless situation. And then we get the Emperor, the Great Defender, right? And so I feel... yeah, there's been denial of this on the heart for a very long time, maybe for up to 6 years, 6 months. But I feel somebody's giving up the fight. I'm all done fighting. I want out of this darkness. I feel a heart chakra activation and a masculine accepting a leadership role, the crowning, right? The crowning. And I feel a masculine that's got some regret over maybe having a lot of options in the past, being confused, not being able to make a decision. And I feel coming out of an extended period of prolonged grieving and getting grounded in the present moment. So there's definitely going to be a lot of introspection when it comes to illumination of a contract coming to a close. Could be dealing with a Pisces or an Aries. But I feel time is of the essence. There is something taking place with this Uranus retrograde when it comes to these beloved connections. So choose to focus on the lighter sides. I do feel a failed relationship is going to get somebody to commit to a higher love, a higher connection. And it's going to take a lot of discipline. It's going to take a lot of hard work. And somebody's going to have to surrender control. So I think be open to seeing both sides of the situation. there's always your side, their side, and then the actual truth, right? And so be ready for a conversation. I think maybe you thought the book was closed, but the book is about to be opened, and somebody's ready to cross that threshold. So let's get a couple last messages from Spirit. Oh, yes. Definitely a masculine in a circumstance here. Definitely not worthy of his time. Releasing it, instilling some healthy boundaries. So what else do we need to be aware of when it comes to these energies today? Yeah, so somebody is definitely being tested with a lot of negative people and circumstances. They're needing to beware, because if this person doesn't choose to leave on their own, I think they're going to get a wake-up call and they're going to get thrown out. So there is a need to get rigorously honest about this situation is what I'm feeling. So you're going to really want to go within because it really is an inner journey, right? And so get honest with yourself. Somebody definitely has really lost their way. The time is now to return to a connection that will nurture you, that will give you breathing room. And let's take a look here. And so, yeah, somebody has definitely been allowing themselves to be victimized in a toxic situation. And they're needing to take their power back by choosing to release a relationship that I feel was never meant to last because it's been fraught with deception. There is a need to try a different approach because this deceptive situation is not going anywhere, okay? And so release. I also feel somebody wanting to come forward and seek that support when it comes to a person that they're very grateful for, that they see as their heart's treasure. So somebody's getting honest about a very unhealthy situation. They're going to have an epiphany, an aha moment, and there's going to be a reveal when it comes to processing these deep emotions that have been denied on the heart for a very long time. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. Thank you.